Oh,
Okay.
good recording. Yeah. Okay,
Is it
Thea,
recording?
hi. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this for us. Could you just introduce yourselves and tell everybody a little bit about you quickly before we get into anything else or ask any questions?
I can. I am Thea Newcomb. I am a Glasgow-based Californian. I'm a Canva ambassador, one of two in Scotland. I eat, sleep, drink, and dream in Canva. And I'm always learning, just like all of you, every week, pretty much daily almost, I'm learning something new in Canva. And I am always happy to talk about Canva 24/7. I have a Canva group, which I think you guys have seen. Feel free to join it after. Just make sure you put Milliner so I know who you are. And what else do I do? I've been blogging for 18 years, building websites for 25 or something like that since 1995. Is that right? 90, 95. Anyway, and I'm really big on print on demand, doing t-shirts, doing mugs, stickers, books that I sell on Amazon. I have 100 books on Amazon for sale, a lot of which
Wow.
I'm making Canva. Yeah, probably 110 now. I just uploaded one this afternoon, but a lot of which I make in Canva. You can design the cover in Canva, just letting somebody in. You can make the interior in Canva, and you can upload it to Amazon KDP and sell stuff for free. So that's kind of something new that I've started to kind of niche into, because there's not really anybody that I know of that does Canva KDP training. So that's kind of what I'm trying to veer toward. Lots of Canva trainers out there, but so that's about it. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me to talk about Canva. You know, as you saw, like, she's like, Thea, can you come do an hour? I'm like, sure, no problem. 90 minutes later, she's like, oh, why did I ask this girl to talk about Canva? So you can tell that I get very animated when I talk about Canva. So with a breath, how are we doing this? Got questions? Are you going to relay them from the chat? How are we doing this?
My chat, I can get the chat box up here. Yeah. So if any of
No
you guys have got
questions.
any questions, please ask away on anything that you found that you loved, that you found tricky, anything you want more clarity on. Feel free to come forward and just ask away. But Thea, as you've got your screen on, do you want to go through sort of anything, or go through what we have in PDF, and then we can go back to questions?
Sure. I mean,
if people ask questions now, you've got this up to show them.
Yes. Well, I wanted to kind of just show a few things. Like, one of the things that I really have as a hammer home point, couple of things actually. One, make sure you set up your brand kit first. So presumably you have a logo or certain colors that you use all the time, preferably no more than 3 if you're on the free version. And so once you've set that up, then you can make everything look like this does. It's all like the gold and the, I don't know what you call that, like a beautiful burgundy. So you keep that consistency. So just tonight, before I came in, I started working on something like this, just to give you the idea. Hopefully you guys can all see that. Let me just make it a wee bit bigger, maybe 100%, right? So if I go down to the page manager at the bottom, you can see I've created this sort of style sheet, right? It's always on brand. We've got our, you might change it a little bit, but once you've got your template, you can just swap out the pictures or the text or what have you. So let me just kind of run you through that. So I just made up a generic little logo. I just found this in Canva, right? And then I put a little bar. You don't have to have the bar. You could have it without the bar. I tend to have the bar, whatever your text is, and your nice, pretty photo over here. And I have a gradient that I've put behind it, right? And then the next page, I flipped the gradient so the dark was on the left instead of the right, just to mix it up a little bit, right? But this could also be, we could change that and have it be the gold, for instance, and then we have this nice kind of gradient. I actually put a little transparency on that. So, and then the next page, we've got another message here, and then a next page, we've got this one here that isn't transparent. So again, once you've made your template and you've made it for your Instagram, for your Twitter, for your blog, what have you, it makes it super easy to even open it up on the app and swap out a photo and share. Do you know what I mean? So I'm a really big proponent for having this template, and then you just come in the next day and you can just add a page and go up to 100 pages. So if you're somebody that's super organized, I'm not, by the way, but I know there's people that are, you could literally make a batch of 100 posts, and that'll tide you over till however often you post, weeks, whatever, months, what have you. So I'm all about trying to speed up time because none of us really have that much time. So I see there's a few questions coming in. Does that make sense though to everybody what I'm saying? So you keep that consistency. So on every channel, if I see you on Instagram, I'm seeing that consistency. If you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Facebook, blah, 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 whether that's Instagram stories or Instagram post, you're just keeping it consistent. Is anybody already doing that? Do you feel like you guys are already doing that? Let me just look at the chat while you're saying.
I wasn't on. Well, I actually no, I wasn't I? Sorry, I've got about 3 colors in my main Catherine Elizabeth thing, and then I don't always stick to that on stories in things like Instagram, but I really should, and I should come into Canva and use that template to keep to that. And then the Academy has got different colors, and I try and keep to those, but they're not exactly the same. So I really should go in and have a look and sort of taper that. That's brilliant. And how did you do the grading? Did you show us that?
So yeah, so what I can do is let's just add a page here. All you need, so there's a couple places you can add gradients. Number one, I go to photo and I can type in gradient, right? And then there's some gradients right here, but these ones don't let you change. See, when I've clicked on it, it doesn't give me the opportunity to change. But if I go to elements and again, type gradient, then I can use maybe one of these and stretch it, right, to cover the canvas, and then change my colors to, which we've set up already, to that. And then maybe the white or the gold. You could do white. I did the white. And again, you could flip it so that it's vertical, so that it's slightly different. Now the dark is bottom left, or I could flip it horizontal. Now it's bottom right, or if I want it top right, again, you could just play around with where you want it so you can mix it up a little bit. But yeah, does that make sense?
That's clever. I like that. I've not seen that.
Very
cool. A lot of people had a few, moments on Canva.
Yes.
Good.
Good. And you can actually have it so if I change the background to white here, right? So we might, I don't know, I was going to say you could you want it so that it's gradually going over. You may need to copy it a few times and lighten it a little bit behind so that it's more of a gradual all the way to white if you wanted it far white at the right kind of thing. So there's different things that you can do there. So I see there's a question. My logo is 2 colors. I have a 3rd color in the background things. Canva just wants to allow me with the 2 logo colors. Can't seem to get the 3rd color added. Well, that's very strange. You should automatically have the 3 colors when you go into the brand kit. I've never seen that before. Maybe, that is very strange.
It depends where you are, because you've only got 2 colors on this gradient one. Does it depend where you are in Canva?
Do you mean it over here in brand kit down under brand colors? Because this is where we're setting it up. Is that where you mean, hun?
Yes. I have 2 colors actually in my logo, but when I usually do things, I have a 3rd color I always add, and I can't figure out how to get that color into my brand colors.
So, and you've set up in the brand kit, you're not seeing the plus sign to add the 3rd color?
Whenever I hit the plus sign, it always gives me an add to go pro.
Well, that's strange because you should definitely be able to delete. I don't want to delete the palette. And there's not a 3rd color there that you could just click on and change.
No, I only get the add for the pro. Whenever I hit a plus.
I've never seen that. I'll have to look into that one for you. Maybe.
Okay, I'll try again after this. I made a note. I will try again after this, and maybe I don't know. Like I said, I hit the plus to add a color, and I get the add for pro.
If I do it now, but see, normally there's 3 that it gives you, but if I try and do it now, it's prompting me to go pro. Yeah. By the way, I have a 45-day free trial if you need to do that. But of course, in that situation, you want to get it working so that it's working. But if any of you do want to try, I have a 45-day, which is more than the normal 30.
I might do that.
There you go.
How much, by the way, to just do it monthly?
It's about roughly about 12 pounds. And then it's like 89 if you buy the year. It's a little bit cheaper to buy the year, I think.
And then I thought, well, the good thing about that is you can do the cutouts. So you can actually do sort of shopping page edits, get your hand and cut it out.
I'm really glad that you said that. So I think when we did the chat, did I mention remove.bg?
Yes, and that is fabulous. I use that.
Oh
It's
yes, you
great.
do.
Good. So you can do things in other ways to get the cutouts, but you're absolutely right. It's much better to have the background remover right there and you don't have to go to another tool to do it. I was so glad when they put the background remover in because I was always in remove.bg and I think it only really gave you small versions of that, you know, of the cutout. Can you put lettering around the edges of a circle in Canva? So are you asking, does Canva do curved text? No, but yes. Shh. You didn't hear it from me. Okay, I'm not allowed to talk about it, but it's coming to all users, pro and free. Shh, I'm not supposed to say anything. I have it. I could show you a sneak peek, but no. Yes, it's coming. So that I hope that answers the question. Now, I'm really glad you asked. In the meantime, if you're desperado, you could do, remember our trusty C, right? And then what you would do, remember our trusty T, so the C brought up the circle, the T brings up the letter, right? So then what you would have to do is you would have to come and you would have to turn it. And, you know, sometimes people do two C's, right? So another C, make it a bit bigger and change the color so we can see it. And then let me just move you guys. You guys are all here. Hold on. Let me just move it to the background. Hello. Position backwards so we can see it, right? Do both of these. Yeah, so I've got my gradient there, sorry. Then you could just do the letters one at a time. Does that make sense? So it's not ideal, but that's how I've had to do it before, and I have done it that way. Does that make sense? And then you could just delete the letters. Do you see what I mean? So you would just hit copy, right? So if I get, like, sorry, the chat's covering up my thing, hold on. So you would just hit copy here on the right, duplicate on the right, and then you change the letter to, you know, DH, right? Oops. And have I got more than one H? The H, and then click on the H and then copy. Does that make sense? So you'd have to do it one at a time.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Next question.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Sorry, my question's a bit long to write down. But what I was wondering about is usually when I write a blog post, I would have a list of keywords that I always try and include so that it gets picked up on Google or, you know, for bringing it into your website. Yes. So I'm just wondering if you did your blog post in the Canva, would that still work?
So the only thing to do, so you would name at the very top, we would name it. So up here where we're trying to use keywords, my, you know, cool ascot hat or whatever, right? So you don't really even need the dashes, but we could put the dashes in, right? And then when you download it, make sure that it's uploaded as that, then it's going to keep that as the image title. And then you would just always use your alt tags. So in every blog post, all of you should be labeling all of your alt descriptions with keywords in it. Does that make sense?
Yes,
so
yes, thank you.
It's not reading it in the image itself, but it's reading it in the name that you've given it and the alt description that you've given it once you've uploaded it to WordPress or Squarespace or wherever you're doing your website.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
Perfect. You're welcome.
Hey, Thea, this is Teresa in the US. All right, this is a silly question, but let's say you've got your image like there and you've decided it's the wrong image and you want to delete. I can't seem to find the delete button. Like if I've uploaded the wrong picture.
Okay, so let's just throw in a picture, right? So here, yeah. You mean into a frame or?
I've got a picture. I mean, I've got my tablet next to me on with my Canva thing. So I put the wrong picture in. So let's say that's the wrong picture. So I now want that picture to be deleted. I can't seem to figure out where, like, you know, here you have crop buttons, but if you're doing, let's say, an advertisement, I don't know where the deleted thing is. To delete
is, now it should be top right. It should be the trash can up at the top right.
I don't have one, and that's what I was trying to find.
Okay, so you mean in the iPad app?
Well, I'm creating something right now
on the iPad. On the
iPad, and it doesn't seem to show me a trash can.
Yeah, I need to, can I put that one at the end, and I have my iPad next to me and I can try and recreate what you're saying. But really, in theory, you should be able to click on it, and then I think replace is at the bottom left, and then it just opens up your camera roll, and then you just click a different picture and it'll just go over that picture. So try that. That's the other way of doing it.
Okay.
Does that
Thank
make
you.
sense? Yeah. I'll take a look after
Well, it
if
just seemed,
if
yeah. It
there's
just seemed kind of silly that you couldn't be able to delete something that you put on there.
Yeah, you should. To be honest, I don't use the apps an awful lot. I'll be honest with you. I mostly do everything on the desktop, and when I open my app, I just kind of click on whatever it is, and then I hit replace and then replace it. So I don't do a lot of creating on the iPad or on my new phone I just got 2 days ago.
I'll do more on the computer. I haven't played very much with it on the computer. So most of my photos are on my tablet, and that's why I was using the tablet.
Well, this is why I was saying back at the beginning, get your templates all set up, different versions, so that maybe it's like big picture version that's going across the whole thing, small versions with frames. And then when you open on the phone, it's just a case of click, replace, and then in, down, you know what I mean? So that you're not having to faff about, as we say here in Scotland, faff about.
Right. So the other thing is, like, you've got your the on that circle, THE, right?
Yes.
And you're from the text. If you want that to be black instead of white, it always seems to make it its own color. Up there, just, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do it on the computer then, because I don't have that.
So much easier. Again, I know there's always been some people that have come into the in-person workshops, especially, they're like, oh, I love doing it on the app, and I'm like, good for you. I'm not very good at it, but then I'm a little bit old, so I'm like, oh, okay, good for you. I find it a bit footery, although it is a lot better. In the past 2 months, they have upgraded the app experience, and it should be a lot better. So also make sure your app is the most up to date, just in case. But yeah, definitely, it is a little bit easier. It's a whole hell of a lot easier on the computer.
That's what I found. Like the only thing that I'll just do on the computer, because normally I do everything on my phone, but I don't even bother with the app on the phone, to be honest. It's just so much easier on the computer, isn't it? It's all there.
Way easier. That definitely. The only thing, like was just said, is that like all our pictures are often on our phones, so that is kind of a pain. But again, if you've got your templates all set up and ready, boom, just swap out the picture and just click on to change the text and download. So, okay, good. I can't read that far of the questions. So if you could just tell me the questions or ask the questions, that'd be better, because otherwise I'm going to go on,
But I can see, so if we go on the one from Mela from Oregon, my logo has 2 colors, but I also use a third. Oh, Mela, sorry,
we did that one. We did that one. Yeah, yeah.
Lettering around the edge, done that one. Can you remind us how to do this? I've been struggling to locate brand colors, filtering pro and free, and other features you shared in the training, from Jan. Can you remind us how to do this?
So what are we wanting to filter and free? So
locate the brand colors, struggling to locate the brand colors, filtering.
So the brand colors are always, that's the one we kind of just talked about here under canva.com/brand, right? And this is where you should put the 3 colors. And then whenever we click on something back here, then we get the palette and we've got our 3 colors.
So you just say that again, you click on
click on anything, click on the circle, click on the background. So I've got the white, it's got the blue bar around the whole desktop canvas. If I click on that, then I've got my 3 here.
Yeah. Okay.
So anything we click on, if we can change the color, then we get our palette and we can change it to our brand kit. I need to refresh that because we've changed that to a light gray when we were just in there. But
okay, we've got one from Anna. Sorry, is someone asking?
Sorry. Yeah, can I just asking? Sorry, I was just going to ask about the filtering the pro and the free pictures. I couldn't work out how to do it.
So it's just the 3 little lines to the right. See where I have gradient? If we click on that, we can do square, vertical, and free, and it's just the 3 lines to the right. They're kind of hidden a little bit. It's all good. So we can type anything. We can type in lay in hat. I don't know. Okay. And then, okay, it said my internet's unstable. Can you hear me?
Just, yeah, it's just backing up a little bit.
Okay, so we'll just give it one. So again, we could filter by hack too. Ones, but if we want free, I'm not going to find many. I'll tell you that right now. Free, random. No hat at all, but there you go. So the filters could be a wee bit better, but to be fair, that was lady in hat. So maybe they thought her hair was a hat. Okay, did that answer that question? The free and the filter. I love that we can now do vertical, because sometimes if I'm doing a book cover, I really just want, you know, a vertical one rather than a horizontal one. And sometimes the other way around, I want it to go across the front and the back. So I do love that we can now do square. Good, that's perfect for Instagram, vertical or horizontal. Okay, next question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Leanne, did you want to ask something?
No, I was just going to carry on from Jan's question about finding your brand colours. I just wondered if Thea could maybe show people how to get the coding. I think, is there not a new thing on Canva, like a colour picker that they can pick their colour from their website? Or,
you know, that's a good question. Let's see here. It wouldn't be from the website, but it would be from whatever photo. Let's find just a photo. So let me see if I clear all that. Hold on. Do I got that clear? Clear all. And let's just type in Christmas, because hey, Christmas is coming. And that's a nice one there. So what we have, that was a good question. If we go to the background, so I'm going to get rid of these guys, just drag them off to delete them, by the way. So I've just dragged them off now. And we can get rid of the Thea thing here as well. Delete. Backspace on my keyboard. Okay, so let's check this out. That's a good question, Leanne. So if I click on the background, I've got the background. There we go. Now if I go to the palette, so it is not here yet, but the color picker will be here. It's in the Pro version. Should I show you the Pro version? Oh, hello. Am I still in the, is that the, hold on, that should be my, yeah, it should be here. Okay, Canva, thanks a lot for that. Hold on. Why is it not here? So it was working because I did a whole tutorial, as you probably saw, Leanne, on this. So hold on. Normally, color there, and then the color picker should be right there. So that's kind of odd. Hold on. Maybe I'm not in my...
No.
1 second, please. Please hold. Your call is important to us. Home. Let's try on a different one to see. I'm so glad you asked this. Now, background. Wow. Okay, so color picker has vanished. So where it will be is when it comes back around again. I don't know what they're doing, but when you do kind of new colors. So here, hold on, document color, new color. It's showing up. It should be right here next to new color. And then you can just move it around and go to the pink or the purple or her skin color or whatever. Okay, so that was a good question. I don't know why I'm not seeing it, but that's where it should be.
So that will be in normal soon. That's coming into the normal one.
It is. It should be for all users. Yeah, it should be for all users. That looks quite nice, actually, doesn't it? Lovely. Okay, so sorry, I can't demonstrate that. I do have a tutorial, and I think it's over on YouTube. I've been trying to put my tutorials. They're like less than 2 minutes long. Can you believe it? I know. Over on YouTube. And there's a link at the end of the presentation to the playlist there. And you'll see, I kind of demonstrate where it is, because I went from the free version to the Pro version because I had it. And maybe it is going to be only a Pro only feature. I'll come back at you and I'll tell Leanne, and she can let you guys know once I've looked into that a bit further. I can't quite remember. Next one.
One from Anna. I'm trying to redo my website on Six or Squarespace. Can I make templates on Canva and move over to my web page? And if so, how do I do it?
So
download it, would you? And then
you would just, yeah, you would just go over here, just like what you normally would download it. I would download probably as a JPEG, to be honest with you, because they just load a bit faster and Google pays attention to page speed. So for my own website, I have been been downloading JPEGs. Once I started looking, the PNGs were quite big. If it was like a big banner that was maybe 1,000 by 600, it was taking up a lot of space. And so I switched over to JPEG. So I generally do JPEGs for the website. So yeah, you would just create it like we just sort of did with these ones. So say this was for your website, you know, and this is like sign up to my newsletter now or whatever, you would just download it. Again, you kind of want to make sure as we were talking about earlier for SEO purposes that you know, my blog title or whatever, blog element, whatever your keywords are here, and then name it and then download it. Now you want to download one at a time. So this is page 5. So if I go over to download, top right with the arrow pointing down, I would click on select pages and I would just do 5. Now, why would I do this? Number one, well, no, the main reason really is that I want to download them to keep the name, and it's going to keep the name. Whereas if I download all 6 pages that I have here, it's going to download them as a zip, and they're going to be image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4, which, you know, we've brought up to Canva that's a complete nightmare, because in theory we can enable all these pictures here. See on the far left at the top of the page, it gives us the ability to name the page, but then when we're downloading them, it's not keeping it, which for SEO is bad. So we're going to have to then go and rename it and then upload it. Does that make sense? So yeah, you would just create everything. That's what I do. All my any elements or kind of like banner type ads or promotions or all my blog titles have a picture and text and the URL and everything. And why that's good is if you're sharing it, say to Pinterest or on your social media, it's going to have all your branding there always. So
brilliant. That's really good. Yeah. And then when you upload it to the website, you've got your title on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. That's really good. Anna, is that okay?
Yes, thank you. That's really helpful. So can I just ask as well, I do a lot of presentations. So can I download and then put it to a or something like that?
So
can you hear me?
Yeah, you just broke up there.
My internet's not very good. Sorry, I was just saying I do quite a lot of presentations. So can I do a page, a slide, and then download it and then put it into a PowerPoint?
And can I just say, why would you want to do a PowerPoint when I can actually go here to the 3 dots, Microsoft PowerPoint?
What?
You could download from Canva to make it a PowerPoint. You create your whole presentation in Canva and download it as a PowerPoint.
Wow.
Sorry,
yeah.
I can't see behind all the names. Where's the 3 dots?
Top right, 3 dots next to present, 3 dots, and then you have different options: present, and record, which you can do.
And if you can't see it, you could move the pictures like with your cursor up slightly, and they'll all end up on the top of the screen.
Oh yes, I see it. Thank you. So I just press on that on the 3 dots, and
you get the option to download it as a PowerPoint.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you do 1 page at a time?
No, no, you would just it depends. You could, if it was a 100-page presentation, you could download the whole thing as a PowerPoint presentation. It's just going to be a PPT document at the end. So there's no reason to use PowerPoints, what I'm saying.
Would that link in with Keynotes? Because I use a Mac.
Yes, you should be able to. Let's try it. Boop, boop, boop. 1 second, please. It may screw my internet connection. I'll just read the chat while this is downloading. Please talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, Anne, I wondered what you meant by
6. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah. Wix is good.
Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Whoa, hey, weird. The presentation has missing fonts. Can you see my screen? Can you see Keynote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Answered your question. Downloaded it from Canva. And this is it in Keynote. Although it did do something weird to my background, to be fair, but I could change, I could tweak it. Delete, can I delete? Oh, I can even delete stuff. So I can even edit it in Keynote if I wanted.
That's brilliant.
That's good. I've never done that.
Really
I do all my presentations in Canva now, obviously. And so, but that is really handy if you did need it for some reason to be in PowerPoint or in Keynote. There you go. You could just do it. So,
oh my God, my next webinar is going to be so pretty. So
I know. Presentation. So again, if we type in presentation, you could do mobile first. If you think that most people are viewing things on mobile, so if you needed to make something that's going to look good on mobile, you could actually do a mobile first presentation. Click that. And you get all these options for presentations, and you can mix and match. Okay, so I could click on any one of these. Let's just click on, I don't know, her. Click on the background. Make it on color. Yep. 1 second. My sound gone?
Nope, still hear you.
Oh, okay, good. So there you go. Oh, it's the different elements. Interesting. Right. So somehow I got to get to that green guy. There we go. I got the green guy. So I've learned something this week, by the way, guys. If you're trying to get in an element, that's a grouped element here with the arrow. You can hold your kind of command or maybe control on the PC, and you can click and click until you can get it and it highlights it. So that was kind of handy because I was trying to get to the green guy to change him to be maybe, I don't know, that guy or even white, right? So say I like, that's page 1 for my presentation. This one's already given me. Let's look at it. It's given a whole presentation, so right? But I could delete which. This is the mobile one. The same exact principle for a normal presentation, but I could go back and I could go, right, I could just, you know, I don't know, remember we do our grouping and just delete all that. And then I could click on the X and then I could go to a different present and click on that, make that go on brand. These greens to the gold, for instance. I can use my copy style button top right to that and copy style again if I want, right? And then the third page, right? Again, I go, I'm like, oh, I want white now. Oops, I was clicked on the wrong page. Hold on, click on the third page, Thea. And I could then mix and match. I could get rid of that. Again, just if I wanted different elements from a presentation, go this, maybe it's a nice picture one. So click on that and there you go. And now, and I would just change the colors so that they're all on brand. Does that make sense? So you can mix and match, or you could just use one of their presentations and click on the elements and drag new photos in, for instance. You know, just go to your uploads and you've uploaded your or something.
When you download that again.
Yeah, just download it as a PowerPoint or or present it straight in Canva. I present all my stuff straight in Canva. If you're presenting it live somewhere or on a webinar, you could do it straight in Canva by just clicking present top right. Okay. Oh. So I present everything in Canva and I have done for years. I was using Google Slides before. Much. Yeah, cool.
So if you do present, it'll get rid of everything on the side and it'll just be a nice, pretty screen.
Exactly. So this is, yeah. So if I go here, this is the presentation that I did for you. And now I'm just going through the presentation here.
So the same as Keynotes. That's brilliant. You don't even have to download it. You can keep it on.
Exactly. And then I just update it, you know, like I'm done with my webinars for October, but I'm going to be doing 5 more Canva sessions in November, and I'll just go back and tweak things or change a screenshot, but it's been the same presentation for years. I haven't had to do different versions. I just tweak, add some new pics or pages and just present it. And then I could just share. So if I go back to my 3 dots top right, you see where it says share. I could share it as a website, which is what I did for you guys. So you guys have not only the downloadable PDF, but you've got a link straight to this website that I've made for you guys. And if I update that, then you're always seeing the current one. It doesn't get deleted. It just stays on Canva. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I just do everything here.
Okay. So I've got questions from, that's amazing, thank you. My mind's blowing.
Good.
Jan says, I have no idea what this is or how to use it. Don't worry, Jan, just go and watch the training from the beginning. If you have any questions now, please ask away, but just go through it slowly and then watch it again, and then go through the lovely, you know, workbook that Thea's given us as well.
So right here on this page, you can see I can download this presentation as a PNG, a JPEG, PDF standard, PDF for print, PowerPoint, or MP4 video, or GIF, or whatever. So for this, because it's a presentation size, it knows that. So it's giving me the option for PowerPoint right there under download. I don't even have to click the 3 dots, in other words.
Okay.
Just go to the download normal down.
PowerPoint download documents.
Oh.
God, I hope all this sticks in my head. You're learning something. You just want
Well, you've got the recording, right? So
yeah, watch it again. Watch it again.
Yeah, feel free to join the Facebook group, because I'm updating that regularly. But I don't know if you found it running a Facebook group that it's getting harder and harder to get the reach to the members. Like I have a couple hundred people in it. It's like 30 people see it. I'm like, thanks, Facebook. It's like I'm usually sharing good content, usually from other people, sometimes from a tutorial that I did or something. But it's hard to reach people on Facebook. But
I put hashtags and things like that in. It doesn't share it, or a video from anywhere else. It keeps it. Some things it does keep quiet, and I have to put it in announcements to make sure people see it.
I noticed that today. I was thinking the same thing, because I have some tutorials that are really cool, like that I found really cool, and I'm a geek. And so if I found it really cool, then I'm sure that somebody that's like newer to Canva is going to find it cool. And I went in and 0 people had seen it. 2 of the articles that I shared, like from nobody had seen it. Nope. I was like, really? How's that possible?
I think also it shares with people who are looking a lot, and not so necessarily with people who are only hopping in now and again. So when they hop in, then they can't see things still, because that's not showing to them.
Exactly.
So
good.
Right, yeah, we've got a few more. Do you right. How do I get the brand kit section, please? We've done that. Following on from Anne's question, that's Leanne's. We've done Leanne. Great, I was able to delete the picture now on the tablet. I can hit cancel, and it then shows the trash can in the top right.
Yay, good, that's good. That's that answer. That's that mystery solved. Good.
The thing with the tablets, they work in different ways to the computer, don't they? You learn it one way, and then you've got to do it in a different way. With iMovie, I now do it, I love to do it on my phone, but if I do it on the computer, there's more stuff. But then it saves on the computer, and then I can't go on the train and do it on my phone. I find that really annoying. And it's different anyway.
Totally.
Sorry, Catherine, it's Leanne again. It was a different question there. Can I just ask?
Right.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So I'm redesigning my website on Squarespace, and I was trying to put in like a banner or a block from Canva. And I couldn't find the right size for it, even though I googled the size of Squarespace website. Whenever I put it in, it was resizing it to a different thing. So I just wondered if you knew if there was a template that worked for Squarespace on Canva.
So you moved over from, I remember you were having some issues with WordPress that day, huh? So I don't know enough about Squarespace in order to do that, but I mean, that's the kind of thing that they should be able to help. Their tech support should be able to help say, hey, I'm using this theme and I'm trying to fix this, size. What are the dimensions? And then I can go into Canva, create a design, and do custom dimensions and type in the exact dimensions once you know. If you tell me, I can try and help find it as well. Or there's Squarespace. I would expect, given that you're having to pay for Squarespace, that they would probably have pretty good support. And if you can't get an answer from them, I do have one friend that I can ask, if you just remind me later, to find out, and maybe even screenshot where you're trying to put it in, and we'll figure that one out.
Yeah, it's in a block that's got text, so I don't know if it's because it's already a custom block, so that's probably what it is.
Ugh. Websites are the bane of my existence, I swear. Still 25 years later, and they're still driving me a bit nutty. But
well, just on the subject of groups as well, you were saying how you're not getting a reach to groups on Facebook. Apparently you've got to tell all your users to go in and turn their notifications on.
Yeah, I've seen that. Not going to happen. I'm far too busy and too lazy to do that. But I do try and remind people, hey, you know, if I'm doing the webinars, make sure that you go in and double check the group periodically, because I am updating it several times a week. So I'm verbally saying it, but I did think that, like, hey, by the way, I have a lot of content there, but it seems a bit needy, clingy. So like, whatever.
Yeah.
I have told people to do that, but are you saying that you can actually go in and do it for them?
What they're doing, what they're doing with groups is they're actually putting the onus on your group members whether they want to see you or not. So where you could just say, or press like all notifications for the full group, for the full page. You've actually got to put on videos, posts, and all sorts of other things as well, but they've got to do it on their end. So it's like Facebook they're totally changing the way groups are and pages so that.
Well, and ads are going to come into groups, so we're going to have to pay to play in groups, which just it just bugs me. That's what's coming. And if there was any other place that I could have people like following and engaging, I would be doing it. But it's like we're sort of stuck with Facebook. It's almost this necessary evil, isn't it?
Yeah, that one person. My friend knew somebody who got a group on Instagram.
Oh wow!
Like one of the first people, and hardly anybody's got a group, but it might be coming.
I did not know that. Okay, good. Patricia, thank you for that. Claire's away. Susie, yeah, good advice. Susie's saying to Leanne to mention it on Twitter, and that they're quick to reply. So that's really good advice. I should have thought of that. That's a really good one, Susie. Compatible all platforms, website makers, etc. Okay, so delete the picture. Right. So we've caught up with everything. Are there any more questions? You want me to demonstrate anything else? I have been having a little bit of fun with the cutouts. So if you already have your hat, now I'm in the free version. Let's just do Instagram posts for a second. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. So we know about our elements and the frames, right? I quite see there's a circle one with the circle around. That one's quite nice. Good. You can see that, right? Internet is unstable. Thank you. Position center. Let's make this gold. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Terry entered the waiting room. Okay, so let's do, I have an idea. Let's do this one, dragging the picture in. Let's stretch her a bit, right? So she's cut off a little bit. You're gonna love this one. I'm not great at this, I'll be honest with you, but I'm getting better. Right now, oh, do I have that one? Oh shoot, don't have that one. Let's do this one. Stretch it, double click, stretch it, right? And then let's lock it. And then let's do this and stretch this one so that it's over. And we bring her, we want to line her up perfectly, right? She lined up. It's close. Again, it takes a little finessing. Okay. And what you can do is you can, oops, don't tilt her. That's not good, Thea. She lined up. Do something like that. Now I haven't done it great, but you see the hat's coming over the top of the circle.
Ah, so you've got
see?
one piece and then one.
Yeah. So I've just, so I did a duplicate of it. I do have a transparent version, which again, you could do and remove BG if you don't have Pro, but yeah. So this is right over the top. If I can zoom in a little bit, you can see that it's over the top of the circle. So I'm getting really into doing stuff like that.
Just go underneath. Why is this one on top? Because
this is the transparent version and I stuck one in. So I stuck the other one in so that I can drag it across the top so it can hang over the outside of the picture. See?
So one is specifically you've told it to go in and the other one you've
done on top of the circle.
Nice. I like that.
Isn't that fun? right? So you can, you know, if it was, we need to line her up perfectly, but see if we can do that. Oh, I've locked it. You kind of do need to lock it, otherwise it'll slot into place. But yeah, the idea that it's sort of three-dimensional, you could even add a bit of a, like a shadow version of it in the background. So let me see if I can show you an example of what I've done. Hold on, to give you an idea. So. Here in background, and then I've got the letters in between and out, like he's in front of the V and the N's here, and then the A is behind, and then I added a little shadow.
Wow.
Do you see the idea? Isn't that fun? This is my new thing. Loving it. Loving it. I'm a dork. It's fun. It's fun. It's just making it a bit more 3D and like three-dimensional, not so flat. So by adding the kind of shadow and adding the letters and interwoven, lots of excuse me, lots of the ones I've been like yoga poses and things like that, and the you know, the leg going through the O in yoga and things like that. I'm still not very good at it, but it took me quite a while to do this one, but I'm getting better at it. I've only been doing it this week, so anyway, just to give you some ideas, like once you are kind of in Canva, you can create really limitless. Show you one more thing and then I'll shut up.
Yeah, but you don't need Photoshop, do you? This is
not
enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So like this one. Let's see here. I don't know where this guy was. Is he here? Backward. Must have been something like that. So this whole scene, I've created everything by adding just elements in Canva to it, right? So I start with a scene and then adding things to it. That's what it used to look like.
Okay.
Right? And let me just move it up.
So you've gone in and searched for all the little characters.
Exactly. So that's what it ended up like. I added birds and planes and fishermen and a car with a little gone fishing sign there. And we've got the, you know, little kid flying a kite, some deer up on the hills and little tents and beach people and, you know, little people out back there having a picnic and drinking and canoes and swimmers. Like you can, the capabilities with Canva are just limitless, absolutely limitless. I mean, this isn't very good, I'll be honest with you, but I had a lot, it was almost like, it's like adult, you know, how adult coloring's kind of in fashion. Well, this is my version of adult coloring now.
Lovely little scene. Thank you so much. And if anybody wants to learn more, then they can come to your Facebook, follow you, learn more from you and your other courses.
Yeah. Yes, the Facebook group specifically, and one-to-one. And if anybody wants to publish a book, don't forget that that's special training, paid for training. But if somebody's like, I have this book, I really want to get it for sale on Amazon, then we can do that with, you know, you can have it literally live. I helped a girl last week and I helped her on Tuesday, helped her do all the formatting. She'd written it all in Word, helped her do that, and then helped her get it up onto Amazon by the end of the week. And she was almost in tears, joy that she was just like, I was going to put it off till next year. I'm so glad I messaged you. I walked her right through the whole process of uploading it to Amazon. And the next day it was live. So
wow.
Fun.
Maybe a future thing then.
There you go. Teach people how to make your hatting life. I just made that up. Sounds very interesting though. It could be a good autobiography a little bit and some training and some stuff about your life.
Yeah. And Reggie.
Yeah, there you go.
We've got a few more questions here.
Yes. Okay. 45 feet. Yes. So it's in, I'll give you the link, but it's in the presentation. You should have the presentation. You gave the presentation link to Canva, right? Or did you just upload the PDF?
Is Mela still here?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I was trying to follow you on Facebook was what I was doing. Sorry. So ask that question again. I apologize.
Oh, I was saying to you guys, did you guys get my actual link to not just the PDF, but the link to this presentation that I made for y'all? Because that has the link in it now.
Okay, I probably didn't
you-
see it. I will look again.
Oh, you didn't see it because it wasn't there. It is now though.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well,
So-
I will put it back anyway.
Let's see. It's hold on, where's our presentation? This one here. The last page. And I've added it here. Grab a 45-day free trial of Canva Pro.
Okay.
But so that's not in the presentation if you're just looking at the PDF. But did you give the link that I gave you?
It should. It's not on. Is it not on your PDF? Because the link I get. Oh, I have to check. You gave me a link, which the Facebook link, which I put into the all about you with your about page and your image and stuff like that. I'll have a look on the messages to see if you
both links are now in the chat. Chat. Yeah.
So the partner,
yeah.
Canva,
so
45.
That's the 45. Yep.
Oh, sorry. And the other one is
45.
If you put it into
the presentation, I think I gave you
a PDF then.
It wasn't in the PDF because I only got it this week. Yay!
Okay.
It was only 30 days before. Yeah, now we
put this in with your information under your bio. I'll put this link and then they can go to the live, sort of what you sent us, but updated version that's live. Is that what you mean?
Perfect. I mean, I can send you a new PDF if you need, or yeah, you could just put the link to the presentation, link to the live presentation, and then put that link that I just gave you. That would be good. And I'll just keep this here.
Next.
So were there any more questions? Wondering if I've initially signed up incorrectly, as it shouldn't matter whether you've signed up as a personal or business. So don't worry about that. Filtering pro and free using the 3 lines in the right. It doesn't give me the option to select this. All I can see are, oh, Jan, that's interesting. So why is that? Because this is my, this is my free account.
I think that's why I was confused. I've been sat the last few nights going through it thinking I was doing something wrong.
So photos. House. Well, this is my free version and I'm getting the option. So, and what are you doing it on? What browser?
Oh, Google. Oh, sorry.
Chrome?
No,
because this
Internet Explorer, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe try Chrome then, because that may be the difference. Because I'm in my free version. This is my dummy account, and this is Chrome. So it's probably not modeled best for an Internet Explorer. And also, I'll give you guys a tip. There is a Canva app. You can go to canva.com/download. Sorry, I'm getting people in the background. /download, and you can use, there's a Canva desktop app for PC and Mac, and that's pretty cool because it means you don't have all the window browsers. You're actually in Canva in an app, but on your desktop. So that's kind of cool. And you might find it in there if you want to do it that way. A lot of people don't realize that there is a Canva app. Good. Any more questions? I hope that helps. I hope that you can find it in Chrome.
I'll try it.
If anybody's got Safari, I'd be curious, and is on the free version, I'd be curious to see if that's it. Okay, good. Any more questions? This is fun. I mean, I could stay here all night, but you guys may have a life and may want to do something other than just sit and hang out with me. I got nothing better to do.
We must let you go. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. You've been great. Taught us so much. Thank you. And thanks to Leanne for introducing you as well.
Yes, thanks to Leanne. I'm going to make you host again. Hold on.
Okay.
Change host. That's you. That should be you back to being the hostess. And if you guys, I can leave if you guys want to chat amongst yourselves, or if there's any follow-up that you guys need to do without me, or I can stay if anybody needs any questions. It's up to you guys.
That's okay. I think.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, if anyone's got any last questions, then sure, ask away now. But otherwise, we'll let you go because it's already been just over an hour, and we will.
I think we did good getting it just over an hour, quite frankly. Come on.
Good.
Thanks,
you so
Susie.
much, everyone, for coming on. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow because we've got our Hat Down Friday tomorrow in the group. So we'll see you there.
Oh, bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
All right. Have a nice evening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Catherine. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
That was brilliant. That was really good.
Was it? Oh, it's good. Yeah, she is good.
Yeah.
Isn't she gives a lot of information. So glad you
Yeah.
liked it. I wondered if people, I wasn't sure if people would be into this or not, or think it's going to be useful or not sure how to use it, you know, but I think quite a lot of people have actually been interested because they can use it for other parts of their, you know, their own job or business or anything else as well.
It made me look at my website and go, oh my gosh, I have so much to do.
Really? Oh no.
Yes. Well, I did my website 4 years ago, and I'm looking back, you know, trying to fix things. I went, oh my gosh, this is a mess.
And where is your website? Is it on a WordPress?
No, it's Squarespace.
Oh, that's all right then. So you can change it easy.
Yeah, it's, well, if I remember how. I haven't touched it in 4 years, so I just need to.
I wish things would stick in your head, because then you do it and you think, oh, brilliant, and then you come back a year later and you think, how did I do that?
Oh yes, and I don't even think I did most of it. I think my business partner at that time did it, and so I'm looking at this going, I don't like this font, and I don't like this, you know, and things like that. So I'm going to have to go through and do a lot of work, but this is going to help. I think if I can hook the Canva to Squarespace, like she said, I think this is going to be fabulous.
I'll let you know how it goes if I can find out how to get a template for Squarespace, because I'll let you know the sizes and things, because I just kept I kept putting it in and it was the wrong size, and I had to put it back into Canva and resize it, and I just thought there must be an easier way.
Oh, I'll let you find it and then I'll learn.
You Google it then, Leanne, and then it told you the size, but then that didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. I put in the custom dimensions and it was still too small. So
yeah,
annoying, isn't it? Tech stuff sometimes. But, get it sorted. Yeah, I think it will really help, and it'll open our eyes up to other things. Oh, I can change that, or I can do that. Or, yes, do stories on Canva, and that thing she said about presentations is brilliant, because on Keynotes we haven't got that much flexibility on Keynotes. It's a bit boring. So
that was wonderful.
Last year I was up for an award and I did a presentation for them, and I put like a video in as well, so I did the full presentation, and then I added a video of me saying about the company and stuff like that, and well, obviously it was well received, so it was better than PowerPoint. It was just so easy to do.
Good.
So presentations are quite good on it as well. I use it all the time. I've been using it for about 2 years, and I just absolutely, I get totally lost in Canva. Like I find that the hours just like fly away with me, because I just love it. I think it's so much fun. But yeah, it's definitely, even if people are not going to use it just now, at least you've got the bundle there to refer back to when you maybe want to do some PR, or you want to, you know, do a Facebook post or whatever, you know, when you're ready. It's definitely a lot easier than
the other thing, isn't it? It's press releases. To use it for that, it's really good, because otherwise we do boring ones on email, but it's nice to make it all look pretty for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
With their images.
Yep. I'm just getting I just put some posts on about the ones that I've done recently for a magazine, and I'd sent the article to them thinking that their graphic designer would go, this is absolute rubbish, we'll just change it all, but they've kept it the exact same. I got the proofs today, and they've just kept it the exact way that I did it. So it just shows you that you can do a professional work on Canva for, you know, any articles or any Also, like Tie the Knot magazine have done a few things with me, and I've sent them everything in Canva, and they've just accepted it. So I don't know if that's lazy journalism or graphic designers that just don't want.
I think they're all strapped for time. They used to take a lot of hats and do shoots with it, and now they're just like, send us the images, please.
Yeah,
use those. They just haven't got any time anymore of those. It's good if you can do it. If they don't want to use it, then fine. But Lauren, if you don't want to use it, they don't want to use it, fine. But if you've done it, then it saves. They'll love you. It saves so much time.
yeah.
Well done.
I think it's brilliant, yours, Leanne, that you just shared today. It's really good.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know you could do a video like that until I watched the bundle. When it's at the end of Thea's bundle, when she showed you to do, you're doing different frames of animation, and then it just all downloads as one video. And I thought I used to just do one frame and have it animated. I didn't realize I could do 7 and then join them all up together and make one video. So that was a breakthrough moment for me watching that. So it's just
really good. It's just finding your way around it. I think once you get used to how to use it, it's probably really great. So at the minute, still don't know what I'm doing really, but yeah.
I think it's just playing about with it, and then if you're not sure about anything, if you just Google the question Google the question with Canva or whatever it relates to, you should be able to find the answers that way. It'll maybe take you onto another page that will show you how to, on a YouTube video or something like that as well, to show you.
She's got lots of YouTubes up, she said, hasn't she? Lots of little tricks. And you can always join her group and then quickly ask a question.
I have joined it, yeah.
I've found that with Squarespace as well. If I want to know anything, I just go onto YouTube. It's brilliant. Sometimes you get funny videos and you have to sift through them. But most of the time you can get the answers.
Yeah.
It's just time consuming, isn't it, to get it done? Like I say, once you know how to do it, it's much faster. So good. I think it's a good one.
Yep. I use the app quite a lot as well. Yeah. So what I do is I do all my designs on the laptop, and then if I'm out and about, which is not happening these days, but usually if you're out and about, you can just go into the app and then just put a post onto Instagram, and you've got it all ready, or you can just alter it a bit as well. So it's good if you've got it on the go.
Cool, thank you. Thanks so much for that. So if there's anything else you want to know about, like I always say, just message me if you've got any others. This made you think of any other business ideas, things that you want to learn about, then let me know and we can find people. Any other questions, anyone? Otherwise.
So is her group link in the bundle?
Yeah. So if you go to her image, so underneath the videos, then you go under that, you've got an image of her and some bio, and then she's got a link, because she didn't have a link to a website. She wanted to put a link to the Facebook.
Okay, great.
So if you can't see it, let me know. I'll go in and check it.
No, I just didn't know to go to below her bio. That was my fault.
Yeah. And then when I put this in, that will be below the videos, and then her stuff will be below this Q&A video when I put that in. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. There's loads of you, so that's really good. Nice to see you all. And I'll see you again tomorrow night, if you can get on.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.